Hello and welcome back to another live. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. And yeah, welcome back to the GVO show. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you're subscribing if you're new. We're trying to reach 1K before the end of the season, people. Back again, back again. Just after the chaotic Champions League night. As NA says here, PSG's really tried to bottle it. Yeah, do you know what's so funny about this? Like, yeah, like when they scored their second goal, I turned the game off, and then I went back to play Football Manager. Went on Twitter, and somebody replied saying, "You probably want to turn the game back on, mate." And I looked and I see Villa scored 3 goals, and I was like, "Hold on, what the fuck?" I turned the game back on and then saw no goals, so there was no point in me actually turning it back on. But like, yeah, I should have left the game on regardless. Speaking of Champions League, Alfie, how we doing, man? How we doing?
I'm doing very, very good, thank you. I'm doing well, ready for tomorrow. Um, can't lie, I'm cacking it a bit. Obviously, going to the Bernabeu is no easy task, but
Mm.
we're ready.
Yeah, might as well, obviously, that's the main topic. It's always going to be the main topic. Um, Bro, as you said, you're cacking it a bit, but for the people that haven't seen your match preview, what's your thoughts, man?
Well, after the disappointing performance on Saturday against Brentford, following
Mm,
on from the first leg against Madrid, it became obvious to me that Arsenal are putting all of their eggs into the Champions League basket.
yeah,
It's pretty clear. So the main thing that I'm looking for is show me how much you want it.
yeah, of
Go and
course.
do what's required, go and do what's necessary. In my personal opinion, I'd happily sit there and watch us take a one goal lead at the Bernabeu after 10 minutes and sit back for the rest of the game. Because if we've
Yeah,
got a 4-0 aggregate lead, we're a lot safer than we are at three. Because Real Madrid are known for comebacks, especially at the Bernabeu. They thrive off of being under pressure. So we need to put the pressure on
yeah, that's true. That's
them.
very, that's very true. 14 for FA Cups versus 15 Champions League. So, like, do you know what it is as well? I know a lot of people were looking at, like, for some reason, a lot of people were looking at the Brentford game as something to do with, like, Arsenal carrying on momentum or whatever. Yeah, but I looked at the Brentford game. I was like, this don't mean shit, bro. Like, this don't mean shit. Like, me and you both know. Well, you said you said that Arsenal were out of the title race a long, long time ago. A long, long time ago. So you was already done with it. But at the same time, a lot of people were looking at it like, oh, but they should like perform well against Brentford to like carry on the same confidence. That's not how football. Like, it does. That is kind of how football works, but it isn't at the same time because you see, Arsenal are the perfect team to compare it with when it comes to we turn up for certain opponents because of the occasion when we're written off compared to the teams we're meant to beat when we're not written off. You guys are the best when you're written off. When people
Yeah,
think that you're beaten. This team. When you think you're going to beat someone, that's when you usually bottle it. So that might be your advantage in this competition. Like what are you looking for like from this team when it comes to how you performed in the first leg, how you played against Brentford? Cool. I don't know whether you took anything into that going into Madrid, but like, do you think the tie's done?
it'd be ridiculous of me to say that the tie is done because it never works like that in the Champions League. I mean,
Mhm.
you've only got to look at years gone by to see that it's happened before. I mean, main one being obviously back in 2019, Liverpool were 3-0 down going into the second leg. They came back 1-4-0. It's been done before. Real Madrid have done it before. Chelsea, City, Bayern, they've got the capability to do it. So the tie is never over. It's still to be won. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping that we can go to the Bernabeu tomorrow and put in a solid performance and show the fans how much they want to go for the Champions League.
How how impressed were you with the first leg? Because I never really got to talk to you about the first leg, and like how surprised, like what did you see from that game that you've been wishing to see all season from Arsenal when it comes to their general performance, but like players turning up, etc., and the fight between the team, and what was you most surprised at, etc. Like, what was your biggest like taking points like
Well,
from
I
that?
mean, before the first leg, I thought we was going to get slapped 4-5-0. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I saw Madrid come into the Emirates and absolutely obliterating us, and I was pleasantly surprised. And I haven't seen enough of it this season where Arsenal, they'll go 1-0 up and they'll go for a third, a fourth, a fifth, a second even. They'll they'll go they went for more rather than just taking a 1 goal lead and sitting back. And we haven't seen enough of that this season. The team's not been cutthroat enough, in my opinion. We haven't had
yeah.
the we haven't had the what's it called? What's the word? I'm trying to find the word.
What?
The
Where's it?
mentality to
Yeah,
kill teams off,
yeah,
which we all know we can do. I mean, look at the squad. Look at the players we've got in the squad. We've got quality to kill teams off, and we just haven't done it this season. So to come away from last week with a 3-0 lead was very, very surprising. And I was, as you saw, the watch along highlights were absolute cinema. It was a
yeah,
picture.
yeah. And listen, people, speaking of that, I ain't doing a fucking watch along for the second leg, but someone who is Alfie. So you better check his fucking watch along out. 7:30, right? Besides
100%.
7:30.
Yeah, starting at 7:30, going to be doing a build up, looking at the lineups, and then obviously going to be watching the game. Going to be dressed in the black kit, ready for a Real Madrid's funeral.
So someone is
That's
a
gonna
little bit
that's
confident.
that's gonna curse me. That's gonna curse me. I guarantee it.
Nah, Joe, it is like nothing's bigger than the Mike's curse. Nothing. Like I don't know how I do it, man. I'm too powerful. But also, I even Real Madrid, even Arsenal ain't stronger than like I could say tomorrow, oh, Real Madrid are completely out of the tie, but I'll probably be right tomorrow for once. This will probably be the time that I'm actually right. And to be honest with you, yeah, if it was 2-0, if it was 2-0, I would have said cool, Real Madrid is still in it. If it was 1-0, I would have been like, what, like, allow the gas, Real Madrid is
Yeah,
still in it. But 3-0, I said I'm a watch along ties done. But to be fair, I don't know why. I guess it's also because of the opponent, because we discussed before, you guys turn up for the bigger opponents. But also, I'm confused on why you guys don't attack more, as you said, like in terms of like that. Because that's a really good point of what you just said there about going 1-0 up. We've discussed this many times on the GVO show before about you guys just go and sit back. It's that old school FIFA settings where you go balanced and then as soon as you go 1-0 up, you go ultra defensive. Like we just press the D-pad. That's that you guys are doing old school FIFA settings. Everyone man behind the ball and all of that. But also, I feel like what you've also said before. I remember before when you said there's a bit of like Arsenal where you're good on transition, and you haven't seen that enough this season. And I feel like against Madrid, you saw a little bit more of that, just because at times when they did go forward with Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo, they're not tracking back, so you're isolating their fullbacks quite well, and like that's probably why I'd say that you guys are through. I know it's the Bernabeu, but at the
yeah,
same time, as Omar said in the Champions League preview last week, it's not the same Real Madrid. It's the one that lost to Valencia and all of that. And to be fair, I should have listened to him going into that. But at the same time, I'm thinking Real Madrid, Arsenal, cool. Like it is what it is. It is what it is. I think Real Madrid are going to win. And my whole thing is with this fixture as well. These matchups, when we come to big game players, for example, big game players, we always criticize everyone in the Premier League for it. Mbappe and Vinicius, you are a disgrace. Like, because Vinicius, and the reason why I say you are a disgrace is because Vinicius, that all that complaining about Ballon d'Or, Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or and all that, where were you for that game? And Mbappe, best player in the world, where were you for in that game? So you're at Real Madrid now. This guy was twerking for
I'll
Madrid for
I'll
three,
I'll
4 years,
tell
bro.
I'll tell you where Mbappe was. Stood on the touchline as he saw Declan Rice's free kick with top bins. That's where
Even
he
he was
was.
like, he was like
He was
this.
like, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah. Like, bro, Declan Rice, we know Declan Rice can strike a ball. I didn't think he was going to do that. I didn't think he was going to do that. Like back to back free kicks. Just so funny on the watch along. I was like, yeah, like imagine he scores another one. Like just imagine and then he scores an even better one. I've not seen. I can't remember Alfie the last time I've seen someone score 2 free kicks in one game.
I know that there's been five. I think there's been five people, including Declan Rice, that have done it in Champions League games. But I think
Mm.
Declan Rice is the only one that's done it in the knockout stages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I know Neymar did it back in the 2018-19 season against Red Star.
Hmm.
I know there was a few other people on that list. I can't remember the others, but I know that Neymar and Declan are on that list.
Hey, that's it's a rarity. It's a rarity to see someone. It's more unique, not unique. It's more common, sorry, for someone to score 2 penalties than
Yeah,
2 free kicks. Like, I'm not seeing someone score 2 free kicks in time. Big up to the chat, by the way. Big up to Yasser. Big up to Sheik. Big
big
up to
up, big up.
Musky. Big up to Cyan. Big up to Prime. Big up to
I think it's
Melon.
pronounced. I think it's pronounced Kian, lad.
Oh, Kian. Oh, my bad. I've seen so many different pronunciations. Big up to
Cyan's a
KBX.
colour, my brother.
Yeah, but there's people called Cyan. Big up to KV Reacts. Big up to Warrior. Big up to the
Big
chat.
up,
Big
big
up to
up.
LA as well. Big up to everyone here. Like, one thing I will say though, and I've seen your stories, yeah, I've seen your Instagram stories, so I want to say this, yeah, just because you guys are going to beat Madrid doesn't mean Saliba ain't moving in the future. Like, come on, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. The reason why I say that, we literally saw Liverpool beat Real Madrid earlier this season. Who's moving to Real Madrid in the summer, Alfie? So I know you're gassed and you're buying into the internet things, yeah, but one game does not change that whole thing, because in that sense, that means Arteta's the man to take Arsenal forward, because that means Arteta's going to stay and take you guys to the promised land, or you're winning the Champions League this season or some shit. And it's, by the way, this goes for every single team, by the way, unless it's Barcelona, because no one's going to do a Figo in modern day era. But if you're like Real Madrid, everyone's food to you in terms of the transfer window. You're going to want to move to Real Madrid regardless. That's why I'm saying it. That's why I'm saying that. Because I know Saliba is like doing the whole looking at this and all that, and doing all of that to Mbappe, but he's going to do that. Saliba's got a mad mentality. Saliba's the only one that he looks like a winner in
Yeah,
that Arsenal team. He looked like him, Saka, and Gabriel and Rice are the ones that look like winners there. And Partey, you can argue as well because of his experience. I would say those five are like the winners. But Saliba, you got to understand, bro. Like, Athletic even posting about they're going to try and do what they did to Trent 2027, run down your contract and that. Because if they can't get him, that's what they do. They did that to Mbappe, bro. Everyone's food. So I still think Saliba will go, just not this summer. But what I've always said, Alfie, I don't know about you, I've always said not this summer, just because there's no price that
yeah.
Arsenal would be willing to sell him for. But that's kind of the mistake you're going to make, where he might not even sign a new deal because of Real Madrid's interest. But I don't know what you think.
Well, I mean, obviously, as we know, like when Real Madrid come calling, it's very, very hard for a player to turn around and say no. But
Mm-hmm.
um, at the at the moment, obviously, I don't think he's going to go this summer. I think he'll stay for the long haul. But at the same time, if we want him to stay for as long as possible, we need to give him what he wants,
Mm.
being silverware.
Yeah.
Silverware is the currency in football, and if you're a club that's not winning silverware, players are going to want to look elsewhere.
I've always thought this when it comes to. I actually think you guys are in a better position when it comes to trying to tie up your players to contracts than most teams. And what I mean by that is they're not looking for a mad pay rise. They're looking for silverware. So they're looking for a start of a new era. They want to be part of a new era. If not, then they'll just go somewhere else and win, sort of
Yeah,
thing. Where, like, for example, Liverpool have already won what they've won.
yeah,
So Trent could look at Madrid right now and be like, well, I'm going to Madrid. I'm going to Madrid now. I've won everything that I can with Liverpool, but I want to win more. He's become greedy, but that's how you should be in football. You have that taste for trophies. You want to go and win more. Easy. You'd like to think easy leagues and Champions Leagues when you're at Madrid, even though this
yeah.
season it hasn't worked out that way, but it is what it is. We don't know what's going to happen with Ancelotti and stuff like that as well. But I feel like the currency of I want to win a trophy here instead means means it makes it a lot easier because you're at the start. So if you start winning trophies now, Saliba's here for the next 4 or 5 years. he might go to Madrid when he's like 32, because he's a centre back. He can play till he's whenever he wants. He can be like Rudiger. Like Rudiger moved when he was like 29, 30, I think, to Real Madrid. So he already won the Champions League with Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, you never know. You never know. I just think with, I know Saka's going to stay because it's Saka. And
Yeah, of
Saka,
course.
like, he's got more emotional attachment because
Yeah.
English players as well are more emotional when it comes to their clubs. It's only taken Trent till now to go. Like, and he's like Liverpool born and bred. Just to answer Kian, right? It's Kian. Like, all good, bro. Who do you support? Who do you support? The yellow jumper.
It's
Unfortunately,
obvious.
West
It's
Ham United.
obvious. It's obvious.
Unfortunately, West Ham United, my friend. Unfortunately, West Ham. But so honestly though, like new sporting director, you could go through to the Champions League semi-finals. Do you think in a summer way it looks like in the future for Arsenal it's a new dawn, but Arteta's going to stay, new direction. You've made it far in the Champions League, going to go into the transfer window and do some business? Or do you think same old Arsenal regardless, blah, 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 we're not going to get the striker, we're not going to get the people we want, and the new director of football isn't, we're going to have much power as much as he should, as much as we would like him to?
I mean, over the past few years, we've come to expect the fact that we're not going to get our marquee marksman that we want to get, simply because of the way that the club's been run previously. But you'd like to think that with Berta coming in, he's got the pedigree of buying strikers. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to that position on the pitch. And hopefully it is the start of what you'd say is a new dawn at Arsenal. That rejuvenated club, and what we've been building towards for the past 4 or 5 years now. And people have been wanting us to win trophies. And when I say people, I mean Arsenal fans, of course. We want to win trophies, of course we do. And unfortunately, we've had to wait a while for that. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this summer's the start of something new for the club.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be at this point.
Yeah.
I think it'd be even worse if you go far in the Champions League and then you fail to capitalize on what you have.
Yeah.
With going for this far in the cool, you didn't go far in the league, but you can say, okay, we didn't go far in the league, but we looked promising in the Champions League this season. Get the striker, and we can compete on all fronts. Or you don't. And this is the thing, it's not just a striker either. We've discussed this before.
No.
Winger, midfielder, what other
Fullback.
positions would you say? Yeah, fullback, like left back
Goalkeeper.
especially.
Yeah, left back, especially with Tierney going.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, that's a question. I low-key think, I know he's gone in the summer, but I feel like starting Kieran Tierney would be a low-key cheat code in this. Just because he's your best defender in terms of left back.
Yeah.
I just think in a low block as well. I mean, him or Lewis Skelly, but like at the same time, Tierney's got the experience to go to the Bernabeu. Like, bro, he's played in mad atmospheres before. I know Lewis Skelly just proven that he can play on a big occasion multiple times, especially against Real Madrid at home.
Tierney played at the Nou Camp, didn't he? For Celtic against Barca in the Champions League.
I think so, yeah. And he's played at mad atmospheres because he played for Celtic. So, do you reckon Arteta does it, or do you reckon he sticks with a similar lineup to the first leg?
I mean, we're never going to know what Arteta's thinking. I mean, it was only, a few months ago he turned around in a press conference and said, "Over my dead body," when it was asked whether Arsenal were out of the title race. Then after the draw at United, he's walking off of the press conference because he's pissed. So you never really know what he's thinking. But obviously, Tierney would be a good idea to start him. Obviously, with the experience of playing in massive atmospheres on big occasions, he's got a knack for it. But at the same time, do you want to change a winning team? I mean, these are the kind of things you've got to talk about. But I'd probably go with Lewis Skelly simply because of the way he performed on Tuesday night. But as for what Arteta's going to do, we do not know.
Sorry, the chat moving mad. Bro.
I ain't even checked.
Musty and Melon, I beg you, man, just take a touch, man. No Lukaku, take a touch, control the ball, play in the midfield a bit, man. Like you don't need to like hoof out the pitch. There's no need for long range shots. I know we talk about need to shoot from outside the box more, but we're talking in football, not in life. Like just wait for the tap-ins. Not like I don't know why you matter. You might
Box
have looking for
crash.
the hero. Yeah, you might have looking for the hero passes. Hollywood passes, man.
Box
Like
crash. What Rod should have
I
done.
literally just named the names, Prime. I literally just named the names. Melon and Musty, bro. Please turn to God, sure.
Yeah, box crash, guys. Like what Rod should have done.
Yeah. I beg you lot go and check out the Protocols
Yes.
funny moments, man. Like, bro, it took me so long to edit that. It took me so long because I'm just trying to find clips of like 3 episodes. I didn't like. I wasn't
Furthermore,
edited good though.
who did he think he was? He was trying to do team talk and that. Like, let's be real. Prime shut him down straight away. He was like, bro, you're not that guy. I feel like in terms of giving team talks for GVOFC, I feel like it should either be me, you, or Prime.
Yeah, we're
Simply because
literally
we're the owners. We are the
we're
co-founders of the club.
yeah, exactly. No one else, no one else is trying to give a fucking team talk. I'll be real, man.
You don't see
Like,
Zia trying to do it. You don't see Patrick trying to do it. But you know,
yeah,
even Flawless. You don't see Flawless coming onto stream and saying, "Listen, guys, this is what we need to do."
yeah. Flawless is the
Gets
captain
that?
in himself, but
Yeah,
you don't give a team. You don't take over and give a team talk. Like,
my
uh,
fucking centre back. Big up Flawless every time.
yeah, man. GVRC, man. We're here to take over, not to take part. I hate like legit. I can't lie. GVOFC, if we were like an actual football team, we'd be better than we'd win the Champions League. Like I can't like we'd win the Champions League. Like that 5-3-2, 4-3, even in a 4-2-3-1, we'd fucking beat everyone here. We beat PSG, we beat Madrid. Like it is what
We
it
beat
is, man.
Arsenal.
It's not, yeah, yeah, we would. We would beat Arsenal, beat Villa. No offense, Villa, but yeah, before Voshbelly even had a parking space, you think he could give team talks? Yeah, check out that episode here, people. Check out that episode here. Like, so before we move on, I've got to ask you your prediction, my guy. What's your like? What do you genuinely think? Forget what your heart says. What do you genuinely think is going to happen?
We'll be seeing Paris in the semis.
Score?
I think it will be 1-0 either way. I
Fair
feel
enough.
like we'll either. I think it will be a case of us sitting back defensively and being resilient in a sense that Real Madrid won't be able to break us down. So I think it could be 1-0 either way. I'm simply saying what it could be 1-0 to Arsenal simply because, as I said before, I'll happily take us going 1-0 up after 10 minutes and sitting back for the rest of the game.
By the way, ignore this. By the way, this is Musty with his alt accounts. Semis in Paris. Is that you, Elf?
Fuck's sake, man.
Hey, are you doing a remix of Kanye and Jay-Z? Semis in Paris.
I tell you what, if we get through tomorrow, I'm going to post that on my TikTok.
What's semis in Paris?
Semis in Paris, yeah. With the Kanye Jay-Z tune as well as the sound. How about that?
Tune? Which tune?
You know what tune?
No, what's the name of it?
I ain't saying it, bruv. What am I trying to get cancelled? I've not got a dark enough skin pigmentation to say a word like that.
By the way, I want to address an earlier comment from Melon. I didn't understand this at the time. Hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick. No, there's nothing going on. No, that's what Musty does when he's bored. Like he's just trolling. What?
Oh, what the sound officials were trolling when they played the Europa League anthem instead of the Champions League anthem at Villa Park tonight.
What was going on there? Like Villa, I know Villa win the Conference League, so maybe they just played the wrong sound or whatever. Yeah, because the Conference League has the same theme tune.
Yeah.
So that must have been it, bro. That's hilarious. That I would be embarrassed though as a club.
We're going to be seeing that on FTW.
Definitely. What is this, by the way? Who's Marcus Rashford in this situation?
Not me.
Because bro, I know you're not talking about Alfie. So where's Fabianski and Marcus? I know you might have cool. I'm Fabianski, but who's Marcus Rashford? semis in Paris is crazy. I said 4-0 Real Madrid. Listen.
Of course, Josiah would say that.
Semis in Paris is crazy. Neighbours in Paris. What's the name, Alfie?
I'm not saying it, Musty. I'm not saying it. You're trying to get me to fucking be cancelled, bro.
So you think Alf is Marcus Rashford? Wait, like why?
How am I Rashford, brother? Like, how does that make sense?
This is like me. It's like saying I look like Vinicius. Like, it's mad.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Whenever the streams and the views are going down on my channel, I get a new woman, and then all of a sudden they skyrocket again. Is that what you're trying to say?
Fabianski has DC on his YouTube channel. Fairs, man. Fabianski and DC.
Nice, rag and bone man.
I mean, you're all related. Let's be real.
I'm only human after all.
There you are.
Who the fuck is David Lammy?
Hey, if people watch the first leg watch along with me and Melon.
Who is David Lammy? Please enlighten me, Mike. Please.
This is who Musty says you look like.
Nah. Oh God.
Fucking hell.
Who even is he?
I don't know, fam.
I don't know, my man. So how can I look like my man?
Actually, I think he's the MP for like Tottenham, like, and that's why Musty knows who he is because he's from there.
Oh, so he's a Spurs scumbag. Fair enough. I am not him. I am not him.
Yeah, Brexit Alfie would have said it. To be fair, yeah, he probably would have.
There's no such person. I don't know who you're talking about.
Nah, man. Ashton, where it's coming through, Alfie? What, literally, or David Lammy, my lookalike, ex-Arsenal player, Maverick. Okay, give it a rest. He's the MP for Tottenham. Don't shout on Tottenham.
Shame about the Tottenham.
Do you guys chant that? Because that's usually your song.
Yeah, we chant that. Did you not hear when Did you not hear the? I can't remember what game it was. But Expressions was doing a watch along for it, and Troops rung him up, and all you could hear down the phone was Troops singing "Shame about the Tottenham."
I always don't shame about the Arsenal.
I mean, it could go either way, but
it's a North London thing.
Yeah,
bro. Only you think I look like Mavropanos. Like, and by the way, Prime, you know how much of an insult, not just his footballing ability, but he looks like he's been punched up constantly. Like, his chin looks fucked. Like, I do not have his chin. I don't have his head shape. His head shape is mad. Like,
Flynn syndrome would never.
Yeah, Flynn syndrome would never.
Exactly.
Interview an Arsenal fan and prison specialist. DT. Prison specialist. Mav is good. Okay.
I'd rather be called Rag and Bone Man than DT.
Well, yeah, no shit. I think everyone would, mate.
Bring back the old one. Call me Ben from Outnumbered.
Not like that, Melon. Nobody calls head shape that, bruv. That's where your mind has gone. Don't put the blame on me. Exactly.
I'm only human after all.
Listen, like, I wish everyone saw your old trim. I thought you said you was bringing it back.
What, for summer?
Yeah. Wait, are you going to bring it back for summer, yeah?
I might have to, you know. If I tell you what, everyone in the chat, smash the likes, and Bald Alfie will come back.
You know, if you bring back Bald Alfie, yeah, you know what you got to do? You got to post on Instagram. No hat, by the way. Your bald head. Keep the beard.
Yeah.
And put the song of "I'm Only Human" with the selfie. That's what you got to do. That'll be sick. That'll be sick.
Yeah, that'll go off. Yeah.
You're just. We're actually lucky. We're at that point in YouTube though, where we're not too big. Where, if for example, if Fabianski has a stinker, my face will be put on Twitter. Like, I don't have a big enough platform for my face to be on Twitter like that. Luckily, so if Fabianski had a stinker, I'll just be at it all the time. Prime will probably try. Knowing Prime, he'll probably do it. Like Fabianski against Blank, even though he doesn't play anymore. But wait. So you'd rather be a fuck's sake.
That is not what I said, Prime, and you know it's not.
EDL Alf. Alf, what's going on with the beard on a roll though? Yeah, what's the plan? What's the plan for the beard?
See, the thing is, I've wanted to. I've had like the whole situation with the beard before. Like, it won't. I've tried like trimming it and shaving it, but for some reason, it just always grows into like this fucking lion mane sort of look with like bare fucking patches and shit. I used to have patches, not as many now, but um, Alfie's on 332 subs. If he gets to 400 subs by the end of the season, he'll go bald for the summer. Do you know what? Fair enough. I'll say that now. 400 subs by the end of the season, I'm going bald for the summer. 100%. It's confirmed. Here we go.
Using a pick of Mike's the troops meme. How have I not thought of that before? Fabianski doesn't play though, so I'm lucky. Areola plays. I don't look like him, so you can't even do all of that. Look, they're gonna say I look like Kudus or some shit, bro. Apparently I look like a whole West Ham squad. They're gonna say I look
By the
like
way, Mike, so I did want to ask as well. What is your first choice goalkeeper's name?
Alphonse Areola.
Your goalkeeper is literally called Nipple.
Yeah, that joke has been made a lot. If you search up Areola on Twitter, it's that he doesn't come up. It's just girls showing their tits legitimately. Yeah. Like, bro, fun fact, yeah. So after West Ham versus Bournemouth, the home game, our last home game, like a couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
I went back home and I clicked on Guilherme on Twitter. I was seeing what people were gonna say about Guilherme. Bro, Elon Musk sort your app out because it was just gay porn. Bro, I typed on Guilherme and it was just gay porn in a search bar. And you know why as well? Because I have every West Ham account muted. Nearly. Pretty much. So I can't see what people are saying anyway.
Yeah, what's it called? I saw your tweet the other day. You're doing what, a RICO case on another West Ham fan? Like, what going for this? I tell you what, tell me off camera, innit? Tell me off camera.
Listen, if you know who the worst West Ham fan of all time is online, you know who I'm doing it. You know who the video is going to be about. They're not a YouTuber. Because I don't care about the West Ham YouTubers like that. Like, they will seem all right.
So it's not the Astra Goo guy?
No, bro. Like, Dom's done nothing wrong. Dom's done nothing wrong. But, no, on a search, my bro. Not on a fucking For You page, bro. Even For You page ain't even For You anymore. All I get on For You page is just political shit that I do not care about. If one thing I do not care about is political shit.
I get football clips, F1 edits, the occasional movie clip here and there. And probably like some music stuff. Obviously, you show up on my FYP because we're following each other. So I'll see like your rundowns of like the best players to get in Football Manager and stuff like that. Obviously your music TikTok as well. Make sure you follow that as well, guys. If you're into music.
I didn't even mean on my TikTok. On my TikTok is calm. I mean on
Twitter
For You. The way I was following For You, I get shit that isn't for me. On my TikTok is calm because it's actually a For You page. But on Twitter they've completely fucked the algorithm. It's like I get like, this politician or some guy's been stabbed in London. Yeah, everyone gets stabbed, bro. Like, bro, it is what it is, man.
What else is it?
Like, bro, I don't get shit that actually. What For You page used to be like some stuff that was similar. The only thing that was funny was like the thread that's going around about the funniest like British moments and shit. That's the only thing that I get recommended that I'm like, okay, this is funny. But other than that, I just get people like complaining about shit, talking about political state of the world. Bro, I don't care. I honestly do not read the news. I do not care about politics. I will never care about politics. I keep to myself. I do not care. I will go my whole life without knowing what's going on in this world. I do not care. Like, respectfully. This has to be your outro to a watch along, in it. What has to be the outro? Oh, what, the Astra Goo thing? Nah, I'm not clear. Bro, that clip would only be relevant still if Astragugu didn't exterminate. Bro, they went like fucking bankrupt or some shit. Like
Swear.
they were like one of the best Romanian teams, and they went like third division. No, look into. I'll look at it after. Actually, good question, Alfie and Max. What's the funniest Black British moment? Have you seen that thread? You seen the quote tweets of the thread?
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Okay, so my top three, anything filthy, fellas. Like you can pick
Yeah.
any, but my other two are Levi jeans
Levi jeans.
and who told you I was gay? You know that guy.
Yeah,
How do you know
yeah.
this? Who told you
How do
about
you know
this?
about the see a Batman too?
Yeah, that clip. That clip. That's my three favorite.
I think one of them has to be. It's fairly new. But actually, I don't know how new it is. See the guy, he takes his hat off. Why are you taking my cap? Why are you taking my cap? Or
That
the
clip.
what's it called? The Chelsea fan walking past. Fuck Chelsea, Chelsea shit. That guy.
Bro, yeah. That clip's funny as well. Like those are the ones I got to. I didn't realize how many funny classic clips there were until I went on Twitter and just like.
I did going back onto the what's it called the game tomorrow. I was gonna say as well. I saw a funny post, and I'm pretty sure you might have seen it as well. Obviously, Real Madrid announced that they're going to be having the roof on for the
I know what you're
Champions
gonna
League
say.
game tomorrow night. And an Arsenal fan commented saying Rice always cooks better with the lid on.
That is a funny tweet. I thought that was a brilliant tweet. That's the best tweet I've seen from an Arsenal fan in a long time because most of you man tweet like bots, bro. Especially the ones that are not YouTubers. It's
Well,
actually
I did
YouTubers that tweet, correct?
I did one earlier. I don't know how many people have seen it, but I went on Real Madrid's Twitter and they put up a post of their best moments against English teams, their greatest moments against English teams. And I quoted the tweet and said, you forgot one, and put the picture up of Thierry Henry celebrating in the Bernabeu.
Do you know what? I didn't realize that Arsenal and Real Madrid have only faced 3 times.
Yeah,
And I didn't realize every time Arsenal have always kept a
clean
clean sheet.
sheet. Clean sheet, yeah.
You've only faced 3 times. Like, that's weird, man. Like, I've
We've
always
been
thought
lucky. We've been lucky because a lot of people have said, imagine if you lot come up against three-peat Madrid.
Yeah. Oh, listen, if it's like, bro, Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, Madrid, or just Ronaldo when he was at Madrid in general, fucking hell, any Madrid team he was in, like,
Yeah.
it's long for basically anyone, man. It's long for basically anyone because he would just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna turn up like because I want to, bro. Like, I'm gonna score hat tricks because I want to. I'm gonna contribute constantly. And like people underestimate how good Benzema was in that era as well, because people only talk about Benzema on how good he was for Real Madrid in that
After
22,
Ronaldo left.
23, yeah, that 21-22 season when like him and Vinny were linking up, but he was just
Yeah.
as like good in other eras. It's just Ronaldo was the guy. Like you got Ronaldo in your team, so it's like cool. Like so, here's what it is. Arsenal haven't been in the UCL longer than they have to be in it though. So like you could have like again like so at times, I think there was a time where you guys didn't make it past the round of 16, so it kind of does make sense that you didn't face Madrid as
Yeah, we
much
went on a stinker of a run in the
under Wenger.
Champions League under Wenger, just constantly getting knocked out in the round of 16. And even in the odd times where we would get through the round of 16, it was the quarters we'd go out. So yeah, we've had a stinky run. I think the last two that come to mind for me were the Bayern Munich in Wenger's last season in the Champions League, the 10-2 on aggregate, and then the season before that when we played Barca.
Mm. Like I think you guys suffered a lot post, not even post Champions League, but just like Emirates era of the when you guys win the Champions League. I know you guys didn't really do well in the Champions League before that, but at the same time you did even worse, where it was like round of 16 every single year. It was like Arsenal would always finish third or fourth, then the round of 16 comes about, you don't make it past that part in the Champions League, and it's just like, this is why they want Wenger out. It makes a lot of sense, especially when the Bayern games.
And there were certain situations where we were getting into the last 2-3 games of the group stages, and we were in a position where we could have gone out.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that's true.
I
That's
think
when the wheels start to fall off.
I think the best moment for us, the best progression we've had in the Champions League at the Emirates was the 08-09 season when United beat us in the semis.
Shit, yeah. I forgot that was the semis, you know.
Too
Imagine
fast
that in the
for
social
Ronaldo to
media.
think about it.
Yeah, imagine that in the social media era. Arsenal Man United. Like, obviously, Man United are fucking shit now. But, like, imagine, like, Arsenal Man United in a social media era. Bro, two unbearable fan bases just arguing for probably 2 weeks straight until the game happens. Because you see Arsenal and Man United fans, they're the two fan bases where they've already won everything that they're in before they're in the competition, sort of thing. Like, we've won it. We've won this competition. Like, that's how you man are. Speaking of Benzema, have you seen Faisal's TikTok on Karim Benzema's elite? I've not seen it. I've not seen it. This is a mad thing to say, but you see the girl he smashed when she was 15. Bro might be the best scout of all time. You know how crazy of a sentence that is, man? That's fucking nuts. Alfie, I wrestled a Chelsea fan on Twitch by calling the club scum. She was wrestled. She got very defensive. Like,
What
bro,
did she say?
yeah, what was like? Did she just lash out, bro? Was the Paris final when Arsenal went Emirates?
Nah, last season at Hybrid
It was, wasn't it? Yeah,
because
that's true.
we played Madrid that year, and going into the second leg, obviously of that tie, we were 1-0 up because we played the Bernabeu first.
Mm.
And as the players are coming out, the commentators are all like, "This could be Arsenal's last game in the Champions League at Highbury," all that sort of thing. But then we went on to play two more. We played one against Villarreal and another one against Juventus.
Yeah,
Still didn't win it though, but it is what it is.
you had better teams then as well. But like you had better teams in Europe, but you guys had a better team as well.
Some things never change. Some things do never change for Arsenal. We turned up at the Bernabeu 19 years ago in the last 16 with Mathieu Flamini at left back. We're potentially going to be turning up at the Bernabeu tomorrow with Lewis Skelly at left back. Some things never change.
This one's a choice though.
Yeah, this one's a choice.
And
Because I think Cole was injured.
Yeah, that's fair. And you probably didn't have a backup. Was
Nah.
Clichy about that? Clichy went about that, was he?
I think he was just breaking through into the team. I think he might have been on the bench.
Oh, fair. Yeah, big up to Charlie as well. I said I cannot wait for this Madrid comeback. You know what I rate about Charlie? His hatred means no bounds. He'll go.
I want to see Charlie in the chat tomorrow. I want to see Charlie in the chat of my watch along. I want to see him there.
Do you know what? Do you know why you can't defeat him? Because even when you guys win tomorrow, he'll be like, well, he'll talk about PSG. Like, bro, he'll hate until the wheels fall off. That's what I rate about Charlie. Because Charlie probably still thinks we're going to beat Nottingham Forest.
Of course he said that. Of course he'd say that. He hates Forest.
Exactly.
With a passion.
I aspire to be a hater like Charlie. I'll be real.
I did want to ask as well, when are we signing Charlie? Are we signing Charlie? Are there talks?
I don't know. We're going to have to see, innit? We're going to have to
see. Yeah.
I'm sure we can arrange something. She said that Chelsea won 2 Champions Leagues. How are we scum? Like, hey, bro.
Your fans are racist. Chelsea fans are racist. Simple as. Scumbags. Obviously, the exceptions being Prime, Melon. Big up Musty as well.
Hey, Joy is, yeah. It is a mad
Lewis
step.
as well. Yeah.
They are more loud with it. But it is in every fan base. But at the same time, them and Millwall are more known for it. But at the same time, it is in every fan base. What I will say though, what I'm surprised about, we're going way off topic, but fuck it, that's what these streams are all about.
Yeah.
My mum is obviously brown. She's never had a racist experience as a West Ham fan. She's been like going since I don't know 70s, 80s. Well, she doesn't go anymore because, bro, my mum does not like this club. If you think I hate this club, my mum does not like this club. My mum was like, fuck that. She went last year, and she was like, nah, fuck that. And she didn't go this year, and she was right not to, bro. Maybe I should listen to her and just not go myself.
What was the turning point? Was it the 6-0?
I think she was like the first couple games of the season, she was like, fuck that. I think we won. We actually won our first game. We won our first game against Chelsea, but I think enjoy it is, Alfie. When you come up from Stratford Station, you got to walk up a fucking hill, bruv. When you're I'm not gonna pay out my mum's age, but when you're her age, it's a long day. You don't want to be walking up that hill, like trying to get to the
Yeah.
game and stuff. As Kenny is a bum, but some people claim he should be Young Player of the Year. Eh? Like Morgan Rogers doesn't exist. Young Player of the Year. That's the one thing. That's the one player award I would like. Yeah, where it's like, can we actually do it as like Young Player of the Year? I feel like we actually do have young players that could be nominated that are actual young players, but there are men like 25, 26 that got nominated for that shit. I remember when Harry Kane was still like an established striker.
And he was still
Bro
getting
was still
nominated
getting,
for it.
he was still getting nominated for Young Player of the Year. At least Rogers and Lewis Skelly are 21 or some shit. Like, bruv, can we keep it like under 20, like under 21 in
Under
the award?
25. Under 25, I'd say.
I'd say under 23. That's when you're a
Okay.
young player. Because
Yeah,
23
yeah.
in this day and age, like you're first team player at this
You're
point.
established, yeah.
You're a first team player at this point. Let's be real. Remember when old White Gill bummed Liverpool off the bench? Still the funniest game of hate watching. I was like 10. Yeah, chat. Do you know what? That's a good topic. Yeah.
Chris.
Best hate watch that you've had in your lifetime. Get in the chat. Let me know because I'm trying to think. Best hate watch.
You know.
That's tough. That's tough. We'll beat Forest this shit.
I think there's definitely one up there for me, 2019 Champions League final. I feel like that's up there for me as one of the best hate watches I've ever had.
Fair. Oh,
Liverpool got a penalty after 30 seconds. I started laughing.
That was the easiest hate watch of my life.
Yeah.
That was the easiest hate watch I've ever had. Because I never thought they were. I never had any worry that they were going to win it. I know Tottenham were good then, but I never had any worry because it's Tottenham. I think Tottenham are the one club where I'm like, I hate, and if they get to anywhere into any final, I know they're going to lose. I feel like I'm quite confident in that. Every other team is like, oh, there's a little bit of a chance with Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United. It's like, it's a little bit of a chance that they could do something. With Tottenham, it's like, nah, get out of it, man. I'm Millwall, of course.
Charlie.
Why are you laughing when you said Melon? Prime is racist. What do you mean? Wait, I'm one of the Chelsea fans who isn't. Yeah, of course. Like, there's a lot of exceptions. I'm not racist either, but okay. Man's still trying to find crossfield balls. I hear it. Chelsea racist and Arsenal as SDN. Jesus Christ. If you had middle name, Jehovah's Witness, Lowski's Runner, Ruby Rose's Sighting, Taper Fade, and Black Spray left foot in your team, you do Racismo too. Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck is middle name?
Robert Sanchez. Do you know what Robert Sanchez's middle name is?
What is it?
Lynch. Yeah, there you go. Jehovah's Witness is Chalaba, Lowski's Runner Sancho, Ruby Rose's Sightings Madueke, and Taper Fade and Black Spray left foot in your team's Levi Colwell.
Yeah.
I've never met a racist melon, to be fair. Prime needs slander names are getting out of hand. Bruv, you see, Prime has the most fun with slander names. Like,
yeah.
That was another. I watched. I think I sent Prime the TikTok. The slander names. Slander names are like some of the funniest things you could like do with a footballer. Like, I can't remember which one was like my favorite. No, it was the Kolo Muani one. Oh fuck, what's it? Rwanda, Congo, Mali. Bro, French Twitter are ruthless. French Twitter
I remember.
ridiculous.
I can't remember the name of the guy, but I remember I think it was the 17-18 season. United had just lost to Newcastle, and this guy just went on a run, naming all sorts of different players. He went Paul Pooper, Chris Smallcock, Phil No Bones, Juan Prata, Nemanja Twatic, Ashley Clunge, and then he called it a gash. And then he called it a gash-tastic performance.
Ashley Clunge is ridiculous. Ashley Clunge is ridiculous. I know what you're gonna say. You're trading the word young for Clunge, but still, like at the same time,
that could get you in a court hearing.
Oh yeah, that probably could as well. But so can one of some of Melon's comments just in the chat can as well. They changed the rules. It used to be you had to be 23 at the start of the year. Okay, fair. Do you know what? Though I feel like if you're 23 now, it's a bit different because everyone's using young players. Like I feel like most of these players are in the first team, but they're like 17, 18 now. So in football terms, you're kind of 28, 29. You peak early now. Everyone's going to retire like 33, 34. because they've got social media money and they've got enough money to live off. You're going to see that with a lot more footballers, in my opinion. They're going to start doing fucking YouTube channels, bro. They're going to start doing Ben Fosters and doing their own podcasts like early on if they don't become pundits. Like, I would not be surprised if Mikel Antonio starts going into YouTube. Like, that man has the personality to do that. Like, I want to see people like him do that. I don't want to see fucking, I don't know. No one cares if Edson Alvarez does a YouTube channel. Like, no one cares.
Imagine if Colwill started a YouTube channel. Prime's going to have a field day.
I feel like Colwell is the kind of guy to start a YouTube channel, yeah, where all the videos is just him getting a trim every week and him just talking about random shit. He's gonna have like a haircut podcast or some shit with his barber. That's what he's gonna do. He's just gonna go to the barbers and start a podcast with his barber and just get a trim. And knowing him, because these people are so rich, they'll get a trim every week. What's the point of getting a trim every week? Like, getting a trim, yeah, for a guy. It's like a new manager bounce every fucking time, yeah? Every time. So what's the point of doing it every week? It's not fun anymore. I don't care how much money you have. It's not fun.
I mean, is getting a fresh trim equivalent to a new manager bounce? Because there's been certain times where I've gotten a fresh trim and it hasn't worked out.
You need to fire your barber then.
Yeah, I need a new barber.
You need to get a new barber. As much as you shouldn't cheat on your barber, if you're getting cheated on yourself, you might as well just cheat yourself as well. Bro, I'm at the same barber every single time. I actually look like a normal human when I get a trim. It feels good to get a trim. It feels good. And especially now that I take care of my hair. I used to just wear hats all the time, and that's it. I used to never go out with my hair out. Never. Now, I take care of it. It's good. But I also don't want to get a fade either. Because if you get a fade, you'll look like any male between 16 to 33. Like, legitimately. Like, everyone that in between those ages as a guy gets a fucking fade. Look somewhat different. Or they get a perm. There's one of the white people that get a perm.
Oh, bro.
One of the white people that get a perm because they're upset.
Yeah. I knew a few personally as well. I was like, why are you doing that to your hair?
They're the most punchable people. They're the most punchable people. I do not care. You see Rance saying people excuse my be racist to Anana. Rance is funny, fam. Rance is funny, bro. Rance is too funny. I found a TikTok that said reply with the best slander names. I couldn't even use the best ones. Joy is as well. Me and Prem have discussed this before. I feel like if we were just like unfiltered as fuck, like people think we go too far now, probably. I think the chat don't, but if you were probably new to our content, you would probably think we go a bit too far. But imagine if we were like how we were off camera. Then you would think I'm too far. And listen, I've been caught out a couple of times forgetting that I'm on camera because the streams go so well that I'm having off-camera conversations. I'm still not used to this shit, man. I'm not. I've said some mad shit. Luckily, I'm in control of my clips. I don't have a big enough audience where I just get clipped. Even if I did, I'd be like, cool, clip it. I don't care. I'll stand on it. But if I could clip up worse shit, and it probably wouldn't even be able to make the clips channel on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, sorry. It wouldn't. I know some bad ones. There's been some bad ones. He remembers when Haaland got robbed a Young Player of the Year, won a treble, broke all the records in the Prem, and they gave it to him. Actually, missed pressure penalties. Do you know what the problem is as well, though? If you are like doing sick as a 21-year-old, you should win both awards. Just because you win Player of the Year award doesn't mean I want to give it to someone different just because they want Player of the Year. No, you should be able to have both. That's why awards are shit. There's no point of individual awards in football. Like, there's no point of the Ballon d'Or anymore because Messi and Ronaldo are not there. Football shit now. I don't care about the Ballon d'Or. Give it to Yamal every year or give it a rest. I don't care. Yamal's clear of everyone at his age. Well, not even just at his age, but at his age, he's clear of everyone that's like 5-6 years older. I don't care. There's no point in the Ballon d'Or now. I'd have Foden win that award. But to be fair, Foden had a good season last year. It's this year. If he won it this year, like this, you might as well just expire the award. But last year, it was justified. But at the same time, Young Player of the Year, like how old is Foden? Is he 24? 23? I don't know how old he is. Like, but if he was eligible last year, fair enough. But he's been in the first team for a long time. It doesn't feel like you're a young player anymore. Like Foden and Saka, I know they're young. You're not young to me anymore, though. In football terms, you're not young. You're established, experienced players. Declan Rice is going to be 27 next year. That's ridiculous. I can't believe it. They started at the start of this season. Oh, okay. So they changed it this season then. Fair enough. Levi Cole needs to go and do YouTube, I'll be real. Yeah, Prime One said he should go on foot asylum. That was funny. Antonio has a lisp and can't drive. How can he run a YouTube chat? But he has a personality. And to be fair, as long as he's not doing like
Carpool karaoke.
yeah, carpool karaoke, let keep him away. But even though he has a lisp, he has a personality and he just laughs like hell. And because he's not articulate, it makes it funny. I'm not articulate. I can barely put a sentence together, bro. I've got a YouTube channel. I can't speak to save my life. Listen, it ain't million subscribers, but I can't speak to save my life. I can't. I can barely put a sentence together. I just shout, rage, say that someone's autistic that plays for West Ham, and keep it stepping. That's all I do.
Call a certain Spanish manager a sangria spastic.
Yeah. Slopategui. Cole and Sancho call their podcast the Black Spray Pod. Well, have young spray as a guest. It's a diet, you know. What dye the hair? Dye the hair to what color, bro? Like I can't dye my hair to claret and blue. I'll look like an ultra. I said, hey, Alfred, wait, that's a slander name to be fair. That is a slander name. If Mike gets a taper fade, there needs to be a quick session on the stream. I will never ever get a taper fade. I don't think I can anyway. Also, it'll be a culture.
This ain't fucking baller league. We ain't seeing the players getting trimmed before. We ain't seeing that. No.
Also, I'll get cancelled before I even started, bro. That would be culture appropriation, bro. That shit will be like, I don't know. It'll be like when Thogden got the Foden trim, bro. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, bro. We hold back. Like legit. Like Melon's another one. If Melon, if there was no filter, Melon would be crazy as well. That like, bro. Off-camera Mike drops N-bombs every season. You're a prick, bro. And go too far. Ever since Mike started doing clips, I've been holding back a lot. Bro, you need to stop doing that. You need to stop. Because that's what makes it not fun. Like, you got to embrace it, bro. You clip up other people, so you've got to embrace it yourself, man. Because I don't care that if I get clipped, I will say what I want. I will only clip myself if I make other people laugh. I'm not going to just clip myself on my own. That's why you never see me really do solo clips unless it's from a match reaction. Because I'm just like, bro, like, why would I clip up myself? Like, unless it's like watching highlights and all that.
There's no way I was going to clip myself saying Lee Gunner was right.
Yeah. Prime was there.
Prime did it for me.
Yeah, exactly. Joe, Joe, we'll run for a bit. I'll send you the link. That's the things I want to. There's things I want to say about middle name, but I would get YouTube channels taken down.
But yeah, I don't think Alfred Wet should be a slander name. I think you need to give the top goal scorer of GBO some respect.
Yeah,
he stands on business.
To be fair, you pretend like you don't like the joke, but you've embraced it.
Can't beat him, join him. That's what I've always said.
Well, you can't beat Astrid.
No, I don't want to beat Astrid either. I have standards. And besides, she ain't my type. She's too thin.
To be fair, I don't know what
she ain't got lumps. She ain't got lumps in the right places. There's no buoyancy.
Yeah, she got lumps of an STD. I hear it.
Yeah.
Who's best, Yamal or Starboy? Yamal.
Yes, Yamal. I mean, I love Saka. I think he's a brilliant player. But Yamal is just, for his age as well, Yamal clears him.
Yeah, like Yamal's.
There's no contest.
It's not even a Saka thing. He's best right winger in the world. Last year is the reason Foden is so clear Saka. You know what the problem is with everyone with the Foden Saka thing, yeah? Everyone forgets what the other person does. So what I mean by that is everyone says Saka now because Foden's having a shit season. Everyone said Foden last season because Saka didn't have a first good half of the season. That's what I don't like getting into player conversations. What are we ranking it on? That's what I want to know. Because the reason why I don't do this anymore, they both play two different positions. And I said before the Euros, and this is before fucking England decided to have every player stink out the place apart from Saka, Gay, Stones, etc. I said the boat just like forget Saka or Foden, just play them both for the Euros. That was my attitude towards the whole thing. It was just start them both. If you start them both with a left winger, you'll be fine. And Southgate decided to start Saka, Foden, and Bellingham in the same team, and it didn't work. Declan Rice at 26. Yeah, legit. He's 26, which is mad because it's not when we discovered that Lingard is like fucking 40. Said can't speak either, and he hit 150k. Big up him. Yeah, to be fair, Said is not the most articulate person, but that's what makes it funnier. It's because we know what Said's trying to say, and he comes out with another quote that doesn't make any sense, but that doesn't matter. On YouTube, you don't actually have to be articulate. You kind of just got to understand what the person's saying. Don't get me wrong, though. Being on camera more has helped me speak a lot better, but there's only so much on camera can do, bruv. I am not articulate. There's one thing I'm not is articulate. My USP on YouTube is explain you football in what Tacticos would explain it to you, but in the most inarticulate, is that even a fucking word? Unarticulate way possible. See, that's an example there. I don't know words, but in the most like spastic way possible, I can explain you football. Like that's how I can explain it. In that sentences that don't make sense, but you'll still get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my USP on here. Oh, we know you're not articulate. You're the YouTube Mavropanos. Brilliant. Brilliant. This ain't gonna stick, bro. I don't look like every West Ham player. And I like, bro, Mavropanos, that man just looks he's got a syndrome, man. I'll tell you that for sure. Big Dick Deckers, can't say that. Go blonde, Messi 2016 settings. Man, that man was still like, I love Messi. He was too old to go blonde, man. Way
I
too
thought
old
about it, you know.
What, going blonde? What, because of Eminem? What?
I think I'd look good blonde.
You think you look good blonde, bro? You look like you're in sync, bro. You look like Justin Timberlake's friends, fam. Big up, Melon.
Big up,
Big
man.
up.
Big up, man. You reckon Alfie will look good blonde, Melon?
That's what? Why are you asking me, man?
Because you like blondes.
I do, but not on men. What are you talking about?
Bro, I beg to differ. There's a clip that says otherwise, but we move.
There definitely is in it, but
Please.
I don't
Do you
think
think
he
he's
was blonde
suited
anyway. But what, Alfie?
Yeah. Do you think he's suited?
I don't know. What the fuck, man?
That's what.
Well, no, we were just talking about it. That's why I asked.
Instead, at this point, instead of either go big or go home, it's either go bald or go blonde.
And this is what I said, yeah. Johan Wissa, when I saw him score against Arsenal, I only clocked it, yeah. He's the baldest man in the Prem.
Yeah.
He's the baldest out of all bald people. Someone said Will Smallbone. And listen, that's a bad name. But Smallbone, I can't say what I want to say, but Wissa looks naturally bald. Like, that man is bald. That man, he lost his hairline at 15, probably. That I can just tell. Like, let's be real. He
15
did.
is rude.
No, but he did, though.
Bro, how do you lose your hairline at 15?
I don't know, man. That's the reason I hold back, because the things I was about to say, players are dark. Why else do you think I say middle name? Oh, trophies and pressure moments. I mean, we haven't seen Saka really in, apart from Euros, I guess. Robert Sanchez, this Levi Colwell, that Foden's better. I don't think he's better on the right wing, but I know what you're trying to do, because I know what Charlie's like. But definitely better in the 10. Cause why would I put Saka in the 10? But yeah, that's why I never compared them anymore, because it's just like I played them in different positions. I'm also like, I don't like doing this whole player comparison thing, because it just becomes tribal, and it's like it's pointless. But it is what it is. So Alfie, the sole reason you'd like Astrid is because she doesn't have a back off. She better hit the gym then. I'm just mad. It's mad. There were a good 2 months of Joey's channel where Cole was just referenced as Lamar Samuels.
Yeah.
Bro, he still referenced that. I still see Chelsea fans just reference him as Lamar Samuels. If I was a footballer, I'd be Michael Essien too. What did you mean by this? What did I miss?
Thomas Partey's interview.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
But this guy thinks he can speak. He's like Yaya Toure, man.
Oh no, Yaya Toure is in a different league of his own, bro. He's like, no, I'm not big head. Like Jamie Redknapp was there, like, yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, bro. I have no idea what you're saying, but I know exactly what you're saying.
But the crazy thing is, we understand Yaya Toure more than we do Jamie Carragher.
Yeah, it's difficult. You reckon
No,
we understand?
I
Do
don't
we
know why
understand?
people like don't. Bro, I can understand any accent in England. Like English accents aren't that difficult to understand.
But do you reckon we understand Yaya Toure more than the Saudis?
No, this guy doesn't speak
No,
English.
no. Do you reckon we understand Yaya Toure more than the Saudis understand Gerrard?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's impossible.
There's no other answer to that.
but that clip is too funny, man. Pass it back.
The
Pass it
ball?
back.
Tell me then. No, orange ball. No communication. Because they can't understand what you're saying, lad.
No, they can't. They can't. Imagine being in Saudi and like you see like an English person is managing you, and then they talk like that.
Imagine
That's a
Roy
culture.
Hodgson going and managing Saudi. That would be like
Oh, he'd die from the fucking sun, bro. Like
heat stroke,
that
bruv.
finish, bro. That would finish him off. That would finish him off. He survived all these relegation battles that shaved years of his life. But, bro,
I don't know. Are owls good at adjusting to warm temperatures?
we say owls.
Yeah.
Oh, he does look like an owl. To be fair, I hear it. I hear that. But, by the way, Charlie, what comments did I delete? What do you mean? I did delete one comment. I did delete one comment. I would not delete a comment. Bro, with the shit I say, I ain't deleting comments unless it's something mad. Or just
I mean,
like,
my comment earlier didn't get deleted, so that's fair, man.
yeah, bro, that Benzema comment was nuts.
I was referencing another clip, but fuck you know. That Lewis stream was mad. It was
Which
so
one?
long ago. It was so
What
long
was it? A
ago.
watch along?
Nah. It was like ages ago, man. It was like when the identity of the 15-year-old girl was found out, and at this point she's already like 21. And I said Benzema had good talent ID. Everyone just went mad.
Oh, I've seen that clip. You showed me that clip. Nah, I was thinking, yeah. Do you remember the stream where me and you were on what's it called? On Lewis's stream. I think it was Atalanta Arsenal. And me, you, and AK were just making Hudson Odoi Diddy jokes, and Lewis was there just fried.
Epstein Island. He
Yeah,
was so fried. He tapped back in, was like, "Yo, what's going on? Why is everyone talking about? Oh, you're gonna get banned?" You had no idea what we was talking about.
bro. He was just like, huh? He just put the banner up for no reason, like because he didn't
Yeah.
even hear what we said, bro. Hudson Odoi just chilling on the island.
Had to apologize, man.
The fact that he came out with the statement's crazy.
I wasn't there. I don't know what anything was. I
And
deny
by the way,
all the allegations.
oh, so you wanted to punch up Wolfie and Thogden, now it's gone. Oh, okay. I didn't see that comment. That's my bad. Bro, Wolfie's calm, to be fair. Thogden, no, I hear it. No,
Who's
another
Wolfie?
Forest. Wolfie's a Forest fan. He's on like Never a Foul, Savage channel.
Oh, I don't know.
He kind of like.
Are you talking about actual Thogden?
Yeah. Not like fake Thogden. There's no
I
fake
can't
Thogden.
stand him, bruv. Like, what man turns around to his dad and says, "Suck your mum"?
Do you just hear it once and you're just like, yeah, I'll say suck your mum to your dad, bro. Like, what the hell?
I probably would because I can't stand my dad. But then
I can't say
again,
that to my dad.
I'd probably be justified in saying it.
I can't say that to my dad. No chance. No chance when I say that to my dad. Why would you go up to your dad, and say suck your mum? Unless obviously you're in your situation.
he realized instantly, like,
So that is also my grandma. Like,
Oh yeah, I
bro,
tell you what, fucking, I've just got the highlights of the Villa game on in the background. That John McGinn strike, fucking hell.
bro, they nearly had it. They nearly had it.
Whip.
there was a goal away from leveling it on aggregate. Man, why did they take away goals rule, man? It wouldn't have mattered in this case, but
I can't lie. I never really rated away goals.
it just
Like
made something in football that you had to score.
Didn't you get done over by the away goals rule back in '09
I think so.
what Chelsea-
against Barca? It's a fucking disgrace.
Well,
As well as all the
done over,
handballs.
you got done over by the brown envelopes, let alone fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the away goals rule really mattered when there should have been like 6 penalties in the first half
Yeah,
alone.
yeah. I remember watching that game. I stayed up on a school night to watch that game.
Do you know what it is? I was probably. I'm from Chadwell. I was probably fried somewhere as a 6-year-old.
Huh?
I don't know, bro. I don't remember the fucking game. Like, watching that game. I was probably watching it, but I probably wasn't watching it like that.
Oh yeah, cool.
Like, bro, I was there. I was like, my dad always goes up to me and it's just like, you was just there watching this game, but you was like 4 or 5 and like just
Yeah.
chilling and it was like entertained. I was like, I don't remember a single thing of this.
Half
Like,
the time
it's
you're
just
just chatting shit.
yeah.
I think
I just want to see goals in it as a kid.
I think one of the things that I remember, especially from watching football as a kid, was whenever the England games used to come on ITV or during the international break, and
Yeah,
obviously we'd still be at school at the time, and there'd be a game on like Monday night or Tuesday night. My mum would turn around to be like, "Okay, you can watch the first half, and then watch the highlights in the morning while you're getting ready for school."
I said this to Prime, bro. You know the Germany Brazil game.
Oh my god, oh my
My,
god.
my mum said to me, yeah, you can watch the first half and that's it, yeah. I had to go to bed like it was like year 6 or whatever.
No.
And my mum came up to me like as I'm trying to sleep, just like, you know what, it's 7-1, you know. And I'm just like,
I remember
yeah, I
sat
can't
there.
fucking watch it.
I was watching. I can't remember what we was watching on the TV, but I was in the living room with my mum and my sister. We were sat there watching TV. All of a sudden, I get a phone call from one of my boys at school, and I'm like, I answer. I'm like, "Hello," and he's like, "Bro, you watching the Brazil game?" I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Bro, they're 5-0 down." I'm like, "It's the first." He's like, "It's the first half. They're 5-0 down." I'm like, "No way." I put the phone down. I'm like, "Mum, put it on now." Lo and behold, Germany have battered Brazil 5-0 in the first half.
I was not allowed a phone then.
On
Not a
their
working
home tournament as well.
I mean, it's happened
yeah.
before. Do you remember? Obviously, we won't remember because we weren't even alive. But back in 1950,
Yeah, I
Brazil
remember,
said they were
bro. I
going to win.
remember that. I remember
Oh,
that
what?
was
You were
like,
there? You were there?
yeah, man. Do you remember this time, 1950? Yeah, man. I remember that
I,
one Chelsea league title as well, man.
yeah, I remember. I
55.
remember '66 quite well as well. Like I saw the. I was on the other side. I was on one of the sides of the pitch. I saw the ball cross the line.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
I
I was
don't
there as
personally
well.
remember that, but my
Yeah,
mom told me I was
we all went
watching
together, innit?
Yeah, I would no, you guys were racially abusing me because I was brown.
it.
No, 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 man.
See this
I'll
man.
tell you what. Back on what's it called? Back on. I know we keep flipping from topic to topic, but one of the hate watch games,
Yeah.
biggest hate watches of all time. I kind of want to wait until Prime is here so I can say it. Oh, and look at that! I can say it.
Speak of the devil.
I can say it. One of my favorite hate watches of all time was France against Ireland in 2009. Henri masterclass
Oh, the handball. Oh my days.
twice.
Do you know one of my favorite hate watches?
Let me guess. Germany England 2010.
No, 2021, England, Italy, losing in your own backyard.
Let's be fair.
Hey, and by the way, don't let anyone get it twisted. That was a Southgate masterclass, but if only you could defend that corner. If only Saka didn't let the country down, but is what it is.
If only you didn't take Rice off.
If only Saka didn't let the country down, you know, it is what it is. But it's racially motivated.
But the way you're saying it though, Prime, you make it sound like it was Saka and Saka alone.
Hey, no, it was Saka, man. If he scores
What
his
do you
penalty,
mean it was?
actually, no, you're right. It wasn't Saka. It was Saka, Rashford, Sancho. Maybe it is a collective.
Oh my god. Alright, what's the like first touch into the stream, bro? What the hell? And so Mike, did you see the first game, the game? Yeah, I was there, bro. I was there.
I was in the away
bro.
end.
It was like Gerrard against United,
bro. I was in a pub, or not in a pub, in like a watch party for the final, right? I got invited to a thing with Lewis and Fator, surrounded by England fans, bro. Hey, man, I couldn't celebrate too hard, man. I needed to make it home alive, bro.
Of course. I was just watching at my house. I'm never anywhere special watching like games and shit. I'm just in my house. I don't go anywhere to watch shit.
I watched.
You know what also was an elite hate watch?
What?
Barca v Arsenal, Champions League final. Henry, 3 big chances missed.
What about that night in Moscow, lads? 2008.
What?
Very slim.
What about the night? What about the night in Munich, 2012? What about the night in Baku, 2019?
Oh yeah,
After
nice.
you walked yourself into that one.
Oh, Mike, where did you guys win your conference league?
Prague.
What about that night in Prague?
I won't hate watching that night. I wanted West Ham to win that game.
Mm-hmm. So, but where's your Champions League, bro?
We got a Cup. How about
You winning
that?
it this year? You winning it this year?
So do we.
You
So
better.
do we.
Your favorites.
Even we have a couple.
So does West Ham.
Your favorites now.
Are we actually?
Yeah. Like for me, jokes aside, for me, Arsenal are in the final.
What?
What, you think we beat PSG?
Yeah. I think if Villa had gone through, Villa would have knocked you guys. Villa had a better chance of knocking you guys out.
Yeah. To be fair, I'd probably
Like-
prefer having PSG than Villa.
PSG are too wasteful in front of goal, and defensively they can be caught out majorly. So I think you guys are through.
Yeah, fair. I hear that. Joe's going to be funny. Martinelli versus Hakimi. Because that's just going to be nonsense, bro. I can't lie. It's just
You know what? As long as we
down the line, bro.
As long as we don't play Partey at right back, I think we're okay. Because if we play Partey at right back, Doué is cooking him.
You're not going to.
Doué.
But it's not even going to be him. It's going to be Kvaratskhelia and Barcola.
So hold on. Of all the things about Partey, you're worried about him at right back. Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy, bro.
This guy is a liability at right back.
He's a liability at other things, but crazy. It's fine.
That's not for me to speak on.
Okay, cool. You don't want to speak on it. But when it's Chelsea, cool. I hear it, bro.
No, but when it's DT, so yeah.
Wait. Big up Rag and Bone in prison, man.
But yeah, as we established before, if I get to 400 subs before the end of this season, I'm going bald for the summer. I'm saying it now.
Happen, you know. How many you want now?
332.
If you get to 400 subs, does DD still sell hats?
Oh, don't buy DT hat, bro.
I'm not buying a DT hat. Who do you think I am?
DT son.
I'm not.
Hey, when you get to 500 subs, you need to fight Rams again.
How can I be?
What?
Hey, big up So Chisholm's crazy, by the way.
Oh,
Big up So Chisholm's crazy. I don't know. Prime, I don't know whether you want to accept that or not.
Wait, what did he say? Bring it up.
he said big up
Charlie-
Tom Jizzle.
Yeah, Charlie said that in the chat.
Who's Toe Bizzle?
Toby Chisholm, you know the guy in the sideman, Toby.
Oh, racismo. Fine. Yeah. Okay.
Racismo. Blatant racismo.
Fucking hell. Buying your lip
Oh.
pick is zesty. It's just fucking hell. Back to back wins the Emirates in 18 years. Yeah, Josiah's West Ham fan.
Back-to-back wins at the Emirates in 18. Wait, what?
I think it's for the first time in 18 years, but at the same time, what's it?
Sorry, I got.
All right. That's the most Arsenal thing, by the way. Not being able to beat West Ham, but you can beat Real Madrid. Like, I don't understand Arsenal.
Mike, remember I said it that Arsenal they'll beat Real Madrid, but like losing the Villa would be such an Arsenal thing to do. But like this PSG side is not as good as what people makes it out to be, bro. It's not. Like
I agree.
They're wasteful in front of goal. Dembele's not that good. Doué and Kvaratskhelia are bowlers, to be fair, but I just think I think Arsenal will have too much for them. They won't be able to break down your low block, and defensively they're poor. You'll make the final.
Yeah, you know what it is. I always think Arsenal never have goals in them, barring Xhaka, and then they decided to score 3 goals against Real Madrid. I was like, Marino fucking scored, bro. Like, of all people.
And plus, you'll have a fully fit Saka now. So, like, yeah, I think it's crazy.
I tell you what, if we make the final, I'm doing a watch
along. Downplay as if you're not already through, though. I don't like that. You guys are through against Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm not even watching the game.
It cannot happen. Real Madrid, but there's no miracle. There's no witchcraft alive that's bringing them back. You're through.
We said that before, Prime, and look what's happened.
We said that when?
We said it before.
When?
Against City.
Against City, against Chelsea, Bayern.
When against Chelsea?
2022.
When against Chelsea?
Oh, what, Real Madrid? Oh, yeah. 2022. Right.
Real Madrid were 3-1 up in the first leg against us.
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were. Oh. It was more of a comeback on our end. Then we got sort of robbed from Marcus.
Yeah. So again, when people talk about these miracle comebacks, they don't happen that often. Look at tonight, Villa, Remontada failed. Dortmund, Remontada failed. These comebacks don't happen that often, bro.
You have to be fair. The last one, what was it? Liverpool, Barca, or Ajax?
Liverpool, Barca, Ajax, Spurs. But then again, with Ajax, Spurs, they went into the second leg 1-0 up.
Ajax bottled it. You know why they bottled it? They had Ten Hag and Onana.
And De Ligt.
Yeah. Again, like people have to. Real Madrid, what they need to score? They need to score 3 with no reply to get it to extra time. So that means they would need to score at least 4. Arsenal, I believe, will score at the Bernabeu. 4-1 takes it into extra time. So Real Madrid will need to score 5 goals. Arsenal have not conceded more than 2 goals in over a year. Arsenal are 3. Arsenal are, I hate Arsenal. I hate Arsenal fans, let me preference. I want you guys to come here, but I'm just being real. It's not gonna. I don't see it happening. Real Madrid, like Arsenal, can sit and defend for like 90 minutes. They don't even have to come out and attack really. And besides, you guys can get a goal from a set piece, or Saka will create a moment of magic out of something. Like you guys are honestly, you're fine. You're fine.
You know what my problem is as well? They're talking about it too much. The Real Madrid players, they're talking about it too much. They're referring to tomorrow, like they're about to drop a YouTube video, drop a music video.
Because they're doing this Remontada thing, but again,
it's nonsense.
Like when Real Madrid have done these like Remontada, like the Remontada they did when they won the Champions League 3 years ago, those comebacks, as much as it was booky, they did a comeback against PSG, bottle jobs. They did a comeback against Man City, bottle jobs in Europe. And the one against Chelsea, they were 3-1 up anyway in the first leg. So, like, it's not. I know it's people saying it's the Bernabeu, but 3-0 is too difficult. If it was 2, or if it was 3-1, then I'd hear it, but it's too difficult now. It's way too difficult to do. And Ancelotti is not even just Ancelotti. That Real Madrid squad is just not, like, balanced. There's also injuries as well. Like, it's just... And if you speak to Real Madrid fans, they've been awful for like 3 years. Since Ancelotti came back, they've not been that good. But rival fans, or just football fans in general, don't want to hear it because they don't watch Real Madrid. I follow Real Madrid fans like Faisal and Will from Football Carnage and stuff, and Dave. I listen to what they're saying about Real Madrid. So, yeah, just Arsenal. So long as Arsenal do what they did in the first leg and they get through the first like 15, 20 minutes, because Real Madrid will go full pelt. Just get through that. Get through 20 minutes. So long as it's still 0-0 by then you'll be fine. Honestly.
The Charlie Partey is going to be there, by the way. Like they're playing Partey right where they go. Like they are going to play
Listen, if Papa Perez, as soon as that plane touches down in Madrid, you got to arrest party. I'm sorry, bro.
that.
You got to arrest
Hey,
party. You know what?
yeah.
Arrest Arteta as well for conspiracy. Arrest Arteta, Declan Rice, Saka, Skelly. Do something, man. Arrest them.
Charlie, I get what you're doing. Like the hater thing. I hate Arsenal as much as the next man, but I can't be bothered. Like I'm not putting my energy into hope. I'm not putting my energy into hope.
The only thing will be is Real Madrid will try and do corruption. So this will be the only game where I'll agree with Arsenal fans where there'll be something against you. But so long as your players don't do what you did earlier in the season and just do stupid things, don't kick the ball away, talk back to the ref, give away a stupid yellow card. Like, don't do anything stupid and you'll be fine.
Even if they get a red card, I generally think they still win.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. Like, if you do something stupid and you're a man down like 5 minutes in and it's 1-0, then it gets a bit crazy. So that's why I'm saying just don't do anything stupid and you're fine, honestly. And again, for the Arsenal fans that back Arteta and everything and are trying to like rub it in rival fans' faces, you've got to back this up now by winning the Champions League. You can't say how great this is and look at what Arteta is doing with all these injuries if you don't go and win it, because no one cares about your journey if you don't win, bro. No one cares about the fact that I was almost a millionaire, but I'm not a millionaire. No one cares, honestly. So if you don't win, if Arteta doesn't win this, he still has to go.
Like I said, show me how much you want it.
That's on him. And also your players as well. Now it's time to step up, because in big moments, it's not just about managers now. It's about players. Step up. Show that you deserve to be on this stage. Saka, Rice, all these guys. Show that you deserve to be here.
Charlie said, "Welcome to the top of people. Stinkers written in the stars. Don't be surprised if Press gets sent off. Know what I'm doing? What? Not having any faith in the Prem's literal biggest bottle jobs. Yeah, I hear all of that. And listen, as much as I want to buy into that as well, bro, 3-0 was too much, man. 3-0 was too much. Like, I'm just going off. Bro, they don't concede goals. If there's one thing that Arsenal are good at, is defending. They're gonna all you guys are gonna do is just park the bus and knock it down the channels to see it out, and just try and get fouls. If you do lose tomorrow, yes, I'm going to be the most unbearable human on earth, apart from Charlie, probably.
Oh, Mike, I still have that video, bro. I didn't delete it just in case.
Yeah, just in case. But I'm literally watching the game until like Arsenal score or some shit, then I'm turning the screen off. I don't care that I do YouTube. I'm not watching the game if Arsenal go 1-0 up. Or if it gets to the second half, if it's half time and fucking Real Madrid have not scored, I'm not watching it. Like, I'd rather not. Bro, I'm not doing that. Just pray for PSG and all that nonsense. Bro, like that's where you got to start focusing on. It's going to be pray for PSG. How much Skelly and them, man? That would have been a good storyline, though. What's it called? If Mbappe was facing PSG, the team he left to win the Champions League.
That'd be good.
That would have been funny. But, yeah, it's PSG. I always said Arsenal could beat PSG and Bayern. I said that last year, and they didn't beat Bayern. But, yeah, Arsenal PSG would be interesting. I do kind of agree that I don't really rate PSG to the highest extent that other people do. Yeah, they're better than usual, but I feel like the standard is so low for what we expect from PSG that we're rating something a bit different from PSG, where it's like they've actually got ballers playing. They look good to watch.
They're certainly better than the PSG that we faced in the league phase. I think that's a given. I think they've been much better than that team that we beat 2-0. But I still think we get past PSG.
Are they that much better? Like, what PSG did tonight, right? If Arsenal do that tomorrow, even if Arsenal still go through, people will make fun of Arsenal. No one's making fun of what PSG did tonight.
They should. Like, because this is the thing, like, I still think that's acceptable at the back. I still think they don't have killers. They just don't have egos anymore. So they just look like a team now. They're not anything special. They just look like a team. That's it. They don't look like individuals trying to win the game all the time. They just look like a team. They look balanced, but at the same time, I'm not trusting the likes of Hakimi and Marquinhos. I'm not trusting the likes of Ousmane Dembele. I tweeted this out earlier. The idea of Dembele, like, it sounds good and all that, but he's another one of them players where what people want him to be and what he actually is very different. I feel like a lot of people talk about Dembele like he's the world beater because of what he should have been when he was a wonder kid at Dortmund and Barcelona. But for what he is now, he ain't as good as what people say he is.
I feel like it's almost the opposite. Everyone's still looking at him as a player that can be good or can develop into a good sort of final product. But fucking hell, he's like 27.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. He's got I call it the Lingard effect, just because you remember when Lingard was like still like before he joined West Ham, like 30 or whatever at Man United. People are like, he's still young. Bro, he's like 28, 29.
He weren't that old.
Bro, before he joined West Ham, he was like 28, 29. At earliest 27. Like, he's like Ross Barkley now. It's just the difference is Ross Barkley tried to find a new lease of life and joined a club to find a bit of football. Godfrey says if we knock out Madrid, I can see us taking our way past PSG. I can as well. I think PSG play perfectly into Arsenal's hands. Just with the way they started playing. But that means you're making the final. Which Arsenal under pressure. I don't know. That's the thing. If we expect Arsenal to beat PSG, then Arsenal won't fucking do shit. But if we don't, then Arsenal will rise.
But yes, we may make the final, but then you've got to look at the other side of the bracket as well. You've got Barcelona who've gone through tonight. You've got obviously Inter Milan and Bayern Munich tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Yeah. Regardless, those teams, I feel like it would be kind of like poetic if we were to make the final and Barcelona were to make the final as well, simply because of what happened in 2006. But I just don't see us winning the Champions League. I don't see us winning it. Fair enough, if we make the final, we make the final. I just don't see us going over the line and picking up the trophy at the end of the game. Because I know what Arsenal are like. I know this club for years has built me up to let me down constantly. Baku, last season, 2023, Paris 06.
Yeah.
Cardiff 07, Wembley 2011. Like, it's happened before.
Wembley, was it 2018?
2018 as well.
Yeah, against City, yeah.
The same game where I had Arsenal fans turn around to me and said, "Don't worry, it's only the League Cup."
Yeah, fucking hell.
I wanted to hit him.
Do you know what's not only positive about tomorrow? Is that I guess I'm going to say when Real Madrid get knocked out, people can't be doing this. Oh, Real Madrid won heritage. I hate when people just say, oh, you know why Real Madrid won today? Because heritage. Bro, shut up, man. Just watch the game and like just talk about the game, man. They didn't win because heritage, bro. Like, allow it.
You know what? I get it. You say that because you don't know what heritage means.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
No. Okay. No. Seriously though, people say heritage, but like it's a buzzword. But what people mean is just the experience and the know-how of just getting through.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the people that don't mean that. I know about. If they for people actually talk about experience and know-how, then yeah.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. People use that. It's a buzzword people use.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if they just say experience and know-how, people just say, "Oh yeah, because heritage." Like, bro, you don't. It's because you can't enunciate your footballing point.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because you're talking idiots.
Yeah. No, Arsenal will bop PSG, they will bop Inter and Barcelona. Yeah, I completely agree.
Arsenal will beat Barcelona in the final. I don't think you'll beat Inter.
I don't think they beat Barca just because of their attacking power.
I don't see that, bro. That Arsenal block is like biblical sometimes, bro.
I know. Nah, hey.
Bro, I'm like.
If there's anyone that can unlock that, it's Jamal.
Bro, after that first leg, and again, I don't know. It's a bit mad I'm saying this, but like after that first leg, it's like Arsenal are going to win. There's a big chance Arsenal win this Champions League. Like,
don't do this to me, bro. Don't do it to me. please.
Bro,
Don't do my
I
hopes up.
don't want it. I don't want it to happen. And I'd love for you guys to get smashed by PSG or for Real to make a comeback. But I'm like, you guys will make a final. So once you're in the final, who knows? But fuck, bro.
Yeah,
Hey.
if you beat Real Madrid, there's always a chance that you got.
Yeah, bro. You like
You've got
for
a
me,
choice.
I think you go as favorites, or at least one of the two favorites now with Inter. You have to now. What you guys did to Real Madrid, you have to be.
Yeah, no, it's true. I'd rather Arsenal reach the final and lose. I want to see literal tears. Best believe I'll be in
But-
that stream.
But let me
I'll
just,
Inter can knock out Barca. That's true.
Alfie,
think-
can I ask this, right? Because I'm assuming you've noticed this, but has your fan base noticed this trend? Not even just with Arsenal, but Arteta's Arsenal specifically, that you guys only achieve things when no one expects you to. Like when you won that FA Cup against us, you beat City in the final. You beat City in the semi, no one expected you to. You beat us in the final, no one expected you to. But when you guys are favorites to do something, the season where you had top 4 in your hands and you finished 5th, the first season when you title challenged 2 seasons ago, you were top for like 90-something% of the season. Last season, there was a chance when you could have gone for the title. You could have won the title. And even this year, when City fell off, everyone was saying if City fall off, Arsenal are the next ones up to win it. And you didn't win it this year. So does that kind of, Real Madrid first leg, people saying you get battered, which was crazy. I didn't expect you guys to get battered against Real Madrid. But people saying you get battered, no chance. You beat them 3-0 convincingly. One of the best performances I've seen from Arsenal in a long time. So does that worry you that if your fans, the wider, rivals in the media, whatever, if they view Arsenal as favorites, does that worry you that you guys won't win it? As opposed to if people underestimate you going into the final, you have a better chance.
Well, I think looking at history, I think if you go off of that, it would make sense that if we were to go into a final as not being favourites, we could win it. Whereas if we'd gone in as favourites, it would be a bit of a sticky situation. Obviously, you look at over the past few seasons, obviously, like you mentioned, us being top in the league, looking like we're going to go on and win it, looking as favourites to win it, falling at the last hurdle. Same with top 4 a few seasons ago. I think maybe it could be the idea that if we go into it not as favourites, we could go on and win it. But at the same time, I know this club. I know this club. Like, this club fucks with my head on a daily basis. Like, since I'll be honest with both of you. Since I started doing this, since I started doing content on Arsenal, my mental health has been up and down like a fucking yo-yo. Because I'm unfortunately one of those people that lets football decide my mental health for the next week. So if Arsenal lose, I am fuming for the next week. Even if we drop points, I'm fuming.
Do you know what I've learned with this content thing? Bro, ever since I started doing content,
I saw Newcastle come to the Emirates, beat us 2-0 in the League Cup semi-final first leg. I couldn't see out of my left eye for 3 days. I was that angry. I'm pretty sure that's what caused it, stress.
Bro, what I've learned with this content thing, when started doing this content thing, even like with all the years I've been doing it, this is my therapy of football. And when I stop talking about it on here, I don't think about it anymore. I used to think football all the time. Once I started getting used to streaming, like a year ago, this is the therapy. I don't like unless I have to look at something to like then talk about it. That's when I think about it. As soon as I turn record off, do the thumbnail, upload the video, or do the stream or whatever, I stop thinking about it. I don't want to think unless my mom asks me or my dad or someone around me is asking me about West Ham. I don't even fucking talk about it. Like, I don't. Like, I it's come to a point, I do so much football content. When I do get the time to watch YouTube, I'm not watching football content unless it's one of my friends. Like, that's the truth of it. That's the point. Going back to earlier, that's the point I was referring to earlier, Prime, about Arsenal. I literally said it with Alfie earlier. I feel like you guys only do well when, like nobody thinks you're going to do well. That's when you got nothing to lose.
Like, I don't think anyone saw us beating City 5-1 this season.
No chance. I thought City might get the revenge. I thought City might do the whole Haaland thing where it's just like Haaland will be motivated. To be fair, Haaland was fucking motivated, but nobody else was. Nobody else was. Literally, nobody else on that pitch was motivated on that. And like, bro, Kovacic was giving the ball to Partey, bro. No, not Kovacic, Foden. Foden was giving the ball to Partey, bro. But like with the Bernabeu tomorrow, I just think, bro, as soon as Arsenal do something mad or you score, or if it's 0-0 at halftime, I'm turning the game off. I do not care. I'm turning that shit off. I'm not watching the rest.
Just turn my watch along on.
I'll have it on. But if you man are doing well, I'm gonna have it on mute and just like the video, bro. I'll watch it because watch hours and all that, but I'm having it on mute. Respectfully, I do not want to see a happy Arsenal fan. So I'll like.
Not even me.
No, but I can't say it. It's not because you're happy, bro. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm happy that these Arsenal fans are happy that I like. It's not about you lot. I want to see pain. I want to see pain. I'm not even asking pain from you. I'm asking pain from just general Arsenal fans. And listen, Charlie. I want to see you cry. I'll be so real. That's Charlie, bro. That's Charlie. The thing is, if I genuinely think that Real Madrid did come back tomorrow, Alfie would cry.
I wouldn't cry. I'd be fuming.
You'd either cry or Channel gets terminated. There's one.
Channel's getting terminated, bro.
Hey, if Real make a comeback tomorrow, the video I have could actually go viral.
It will. If Real Madrid had any bollocks.
Alfie, I'll show you after the stream, bro. I've got bro. You guys pissed me off last week, bro. 3-0. Bro, you pissed because the video I have is biblical, man. I can't use it now. I have to save it for next year.
Oh, fair enough. If they come back tomorrow, one guy, what fucking hell? Jesus.
Man said, "Wang I where?"
One guy. Okay, yeah, Charlie's moving mad. Hey, Charlie's always brutal with the fucking nicknames. But I am gonna end it there because this actually wasn't meant to be anything above an hour. But we just, as we always do, we fucking waffle like hell. Every time I say this stream's gonna be short, it ends up being double, bruv. So appreciate everyone that's joined. We'll be back tomorrow with Prime for Footy Talk at 10. Because I ain't doing a watching into that nonsense.
Yeah. I'll be right. Arsenal score.
I might, depending on the situation tomorrow, I might join Footy Talk. We'll wait and see.
Alfie, I'll be real. Unless Real Madrid go through, no.
yeah, respectfully.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Come on stream and rub it in? No.
Hey, yo, crazy.
Fuck's sake.
Listen, I know you like to be ragged and boned by man or whatever, but no.
What you mean?
That's mental. I'll watch your fucking fan cam because I'm sure you'll be happy that fucking hell. Jesus Christ, I can't be asked for tomorrow. Can we just skip tomorrow, bro? I can't be asked for this shit.
I'll be real. I might not even watch the fan cam. I'll be real.
Listen, like the video, not watch.
Bro, you think I'm liking the video? Listen, the channel might get reported. I'll be real.
And he wonders why I don't pass through his gloves.
Hey, listen, Alfie. If you guys win like 1-0, 2-0 at the Bernabeu, your Arsenal channels might get reported, bro. I'll be real, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
I'll report AFTV. I'm joking. But listen, people, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back tomorrow at 10. Take care and peace.